Right, some breaking news to tell you about now, and there's been another earthquake in Turkiye. One person has been reported dead in Kahramanmaras, and more buildings have been destroyed. The magnitude 5.6 quake came 3 weeks after two major earthquakes that killed at least 50,000 people across Turkey and Syria. Let's bring in Teresa Bo, who's live for us in Gaziantep in southern Turkey. So another earthquake in just the last hour. Bring us up to speed with the latest, Teresa.
Well, the earthquake was also felt here. We're in the center of Gaziantep, right where those who have been affected by the earthquakes that happened on February 6 are living now inside tents. And it generated once again fear and anguish among so many other things. The information that we have is that the epicenter was in Malatya. It's about 3 hours away from where we are. Several buildings were destroyed. The mayor there has said that Turkish emergency services have deployed search and rescue operation to see whether anyone has been trapped in the rubble. The other city affected was Kahramanmaras. That's about 1 hour away from where we are. We know that a factory collapsed. At least one person was killed there and 3 others were injured. And this is ongoing. We're hearing almost every day of aftershocks and earthquakes, not such as this one, but certainly this is something that has been ongoing. It's terribly upsetting for those who have survived.
Yeah.
Many of those living here, their homes have been destroyed, but others, they had their homes, they have been damaged, but they do not want to go back there precisely because of the aftershocks and this type of earthquakes that are being felt throughout the region.
Yeah, more anguish for the people there. It's been 3 weeks now, Teresa, since those two powerful earthquakes across Turkey and Syria. How are people coping 3 weeks on?
Well, these earthquakes and aftershocks that are still ongoing after those two big ones that happened almost 3 weeks ago are certainly unsettling for people here, but they're still struggling on a day-to-day basis. Wherever you go in this part of the country, you're seeing tents like this one with people that have been living there for 3 weeks. And they're telling us that, yes, they have received some tents, they have received some water and food, but they don't know what is going to happen with their life. We also know that the Turkish government has given people some cash handouts and assistance. It's around $500. Around 1 million people have received that amount of money. But still, many of the people we've been talking to here are telling us that it is not enough. We just spoke to a woman, for example, that says that 5 families are living just inside one tent. And you can imagine, how difficult it is to continue in those conditions. The Turkish government is saying that it's hoping to build at least 200,000 homes in 1 year. That is putting lots of effort to assist the population, but still it is an enormous challenge. And another challenge right now is what's happening with the rubble in all this part of the country. Around 200 million tons of rubble will have to be removed. Earlier this week, we were in a city there where they're making lots of effort to get the rubble out of the city so that the rebuilding process may begin.
Rubble, dust and loss are everywhere in southeastern Turkey these days. In Kahramanmaras, authorities have already started to clear the rubble. But Nermin says she cannot forget what she has lost and comes here every day where her home once stood.
We removed my mother and father from the rubble. Only my father was alive. Every day I come to the same place to see if I can find their belongings, just to have a memory.
Clearing away the mountains of rubble is a daunting task because it is everywhere in this part of the country.
Trucks have unloaded tons of rubble all around this area, creating these mountains that you can see right behind me. Removing the debris from the center of the city is a huge challenge. According to the United Nations, the volume of the rubble that needs to be removed, if all put together, would cover an area of around 100 square kilometers.
Or over 18,000 football fields. The Turkish government says the rubble will be removed and processed without harming the environment and the people. But environmental groups have expressed fears about possible contamination. There is also health concerns about the presence of asbestos, a mineral that could cause cancer, which was permitted to use in Turkey until 2014. This map shows that asbestos was detected in the areas affected by the earthquakes. In the city of Hatay, patients are showing up non-stop at this field hospital set up by the Indonesian government. Many are coming for regular checkups, but others with respiratory difficulties. Dr. Corona Rintawan says the cleanup process is crucial to prevent disease.
People must be covered by, must be given the mask. If there's a community surrounding the rubble, before they start to clean the rubble. The cleaning of the rubble makes the dust affect the people, primarily of the respiratory problem.
Turkiye is struggling to cope with the scale of the disaster caused by the earthquakes. Removing the rubble is only the first step of the likely many challenges ahead.
Well, and as the government is pushing to remove the rubble to begin the rebuilding process, we're hearing more information about the earthquake that happened on this day. It's about 3 hours away from here in the city of Malatya. The vice president has just said that at least 20 buildings have collapsed, that 22 people have been taken to a hospital, and the situation is ongoing. The Turkish emergency services have been deployed, search and rescue operations are on the way, and this is terribly upsetting for people that are living in tent camps like this one. Many of them have lost all of their belongings during the earthquake. Many of them have lost their loved ones. So situations such as this one put lots of tension on the ground, lots of anguish on the ground. Many people here would like to know when they'll be able to go back to their normal lives.
Teresa Bull, thank you very much for that update. And as Teresa was saying, another earthquake in southern Turkey. We'll keep a close eye on the situation and update you as and when we have more information.